Any further questions regarding the activation?
As of now, I don't have any questions. It's good.
Guys, if you do not have any questions, please say no at least so that Mark can move ahead.
All right, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and discuss the next topic, which is we are done with the rate plans. So let's go with MYRPM navigation. Let me go ahead and get some sample phone number here that we can work on. This one is okay. So I'm going to show you two two kinds of two kinds of phone numbers here. This is, let me just, can you see my screen? Let me just
Yes. Yes, we
enlarge that
can.
for you.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a 4G or an LTE device activated under CDMA. And if you're going to notice that there's a SIM card here which starts with 8914. And this is how it looks like if you have a 3G or a 2G phone activated in CDMA. If you're going to notice, the SIM card part here is blank.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is how you can differentiate. But please do not be tricked on this one because sometimes the MYRPM is not updated. Even though the customer has a 4G device, sometimes the SIM card here is going to be blank. Well, that is because there is the databases between Red Pocket Mobile and Verizon is not in synchronized. It's not in sync, so you cannot see. The only way for us to really verify is when you will go to RSSX. Let me just connect to RSSX. So as I am going to discuss CDMA, you can at least know how RSSX looks like and how we are using RSSX. Please bear with me for a second. Do not worry. I will be discussing RSSX in a session where I am going to discuss it fully. What are the functions and what can we do with them? So this is RSSX. Okay, we can the same function that we have with MYRPM. What you see here can also be seen here in RSSX. And it's just taking some time to load. So just pasting the. So this is how it looks like. You are going to see here the SIM card as well. If you want to really verify if the status of the device in MYRPM is correct, we always need to have this tool to verify. Okay, the tools that we have in that is connected to CDMA is RSSX and MySynverse. These tools are used to verify if the information in MYRPM is correct or is it updated? Is it in sync with what Verizon database have? So if you are not sure if the device of the customer is in sync with what we have in RSSX, you better check RSSX because you might not know. For example, in this case, the customer might have changed devices, and the SIM card says here is blank. But if you're going to check RSSX, there is a SIM card. So even though MYRPM says that the SIM card is blank, but RSSX says that there is a SIM card, it means that the customer is under a 4G device and the customer should under be the LTE plan. Okay,
Okay,
that is how
so you
we
said
are going to interpret. Mhm.
okay, so you said for CDMA we check in RSSX, and what is the other tool you said?
Mice inverse. The
My,
RSSX is used
how
mice
do you say that?
inverse. This one.
Okay.
Mice inverse.
Okay,
Let me
we may
just
have to make a list of all the tools that you're using,
yeah,
all right? Yeah.
mice inverse. Let me just check the spelling here. This one. Mice inverse. So the RSSX has the same functions with MYRPM. Whatever you can do here in MYRPM, you can do in RSSX, like changing phone numbers, like changing devices, like changing plans, like changing buckets. We can do that in MYRPM and in RSSX. And the other tool that we have, Mice Inverse, is only used for port in or port out. Like for example, you said a while ago that you have calls wherein the customer wants to have their phone numbers released. You go to Mice Inverse for port ins and port outs. But for RSSX, this is where we troubleshoot or make changes. That's the
In case
difference
if we
between these
face
two
any
tools.
duplicate in RSM, I can use this one to have the customer.
If you have duplicate in MYRPM,
Mm-hmm.
yes, you can use RSSX for that. Just to verify if this phone number active, if it
I actually
says
didn't
it's
got the
active
question.
here,
What was the question? Guys,
Like
I
question.
actually did, yeah.
Uh-huh. If we face any problem with the RPM, like the system is not going through, I can get back to this page to do another things like changing the number, the SIM, all those stuff. This is
Okay,
yes, that is
okay.
correct.
But only for CDMA, right? Only for Sprint and Verizon numbers, not for AT&T or T-Mobile numbers. Or
Exactly.
for that,
Yes,
or for that matter, Mango or Black Wireless numbers will also not be appearing in RSSX, right?
that's correct. Yes.
Okay.
So for RSSX and Mice Universe, this is only applicable with the phone numbers activated in the CDMA network.
Okay.
Okay. So were you able to discuss these buttons before?
Can I ask
no.
for
Were you?
Can you please explain
just one
first what it
second?
works?
Okay.
Can you please, guys, keep the microphone on mute when there is no question, so John can explain more because we are hearing different sounds in the background. So please, if you don't have any questions, keep the microphone on mute.
All right. Thank you so much. So yep, I was asking if you were able to discuss these buttons.
No, it will be great, John, if we can go by all of them one by one. Even if they had discussed, Gilmer ha would have discussed with Sally and team. These
Yeah.
the reps in India have no idea about it.
Okay. So let's go ahead and discuss them. Here in MYRPM, we have the ability to apply refill vouchers. Refill vouchers, if you're going to click on that one, this one will show up. Refill vouchers, where can the customer get this refill vouchers? Refill vouchers are the pin that they get from stores where they purchase their plan. Or sometimes they go to other websites, then they purchase the pins from there. There are numerous websites where they sell red pocket pins, and sometimes customers also go to the store for a refill